Welcome to today's deep dive. So, if you keep, ending up with toxic partners, psychology says it's actually not bad luck.
No, not at all.
Right, in fact, your own nervous system might be actively hunting them down.
It's a really brutal truth to confront, when you look at the source material. But once you understand the actual mechanics of why it happens, well, it changes everything.
It really does. So today, we are digging into a stack of clinical articles and relationship psychology notes centered around this concept called relationship architecture.
Which is such a fascinating way to look at it.
Yeah, and the mission for this deep dive is pretty straightforward, right?
Yeah,
We're unpacking why these repetitive toxic loops happen to you.
exactly. And more importantly, how you can transition from relying on, good luck to taking control through conscious relationship engineering.
Because the core idea across all these clinical notes is that a toxic relationship cycle isn't just a string of unfortunate coincidences.
Right. It's driven by what the sources call a subconscious code. It's not just a bad mental habit. It is a physical script rooted deeply in your nervous system.
The imagery the authors use is striking, actually. Like the faces of the partners change over the years, but the internal script remains exactly the same.
Yeah, the exact same script every time.
But wait, I really struggle with this part. If my brain consciously knows a partner is toxic and, destroying my peace, why would my physical body actively seek them out?
Right. It seems counterintuitive.
Yeah, completely counter-evolutionary. We're wired for survival, not sabotage.
You would think so, yeah. But the clinical notes explain that the nervous system actually prioritizes the familiar over the safe.
Oh, interesting.
So think of it like a faulty thermostat in a house. If you grew up in chaos or your past significant relationships were really volatile, well, your internal thermostat is fundamentally broken.
So it's used to the heat, basically.
Exactly. It's set to 100 degrees. It thinks that boiling heat is just normal room temperature.
Wow. So when you meet someone who is actually stable and safe, your body registers that as freezing.
Precisely. You interpret the calm as boring or, a lack of chemistry. Your nervous system basically hits the panic button because peace just feels totally alien.
Wow, that's wild. So meanwhile, when the toxic, unpredictable partner comes along, your brain releases this massive spike of adrenaline and cortisol.
Yeah, your body says, chaos. I know how to survive this. I'm home.
Right, I'm home. That is the mechanism behind why you keep picking them. But if our nervous system is fundamentally cracked like that, then just bringing in a better partner doesn't fix the core instability.
It really doesn't. And that brings up the central metaphor from our sources.
The skyscraper, right?
Yes. The sources say building a relationship is exactly like building a skyscraper. The engineering required for a massive building relies entirely on the foundation.
So if you build it on sand, which represents that flawed, toxic subconscious script,
The physics just won't allow the structure to stand. It really doesn't matter how beautiful the building looks or how great the new partner seems on paper.
it will eventually collapse.
It will always collapse.
I like to think of it like trying to fix a toxic pattern by remodeling the penthouse suite when the building's foundation is actively sinking into the sand.
Oh, that's a great way to put it.
Right. You can put in expensive marble countertops, but the building is still going down.
Exactly. And this is why traditional advice like just choose better next time fails so consistently.
Because you're just guessing.
Right, it's just guessing. The sources outline this framework called relationship architecture, which requires abandoning that guesswork. You have to engage in actual relationship engineering.
Okay, but how does one actually do that? If the thermostat is broken and we're building on sand, how do you physically reprogram this subconscious code?
Well, the articles say it starts with somatic awareness, like literally paying attention to your physical body.
So when you meet someone new and feel that intense, immediate spark,
Relationship engineering asks you to pause and interrogate it. You have to ask yourself, is this a genuine connection? Or is this just my nervous system recognizing a familiar threat?
I see. So it's about forcing a delay in your reaction time.
Precisely. You have to endure the discomfort of the boring, safe partner long enough for your nervous system to actually regulate.
Which means noticing when your body goes into fight or flight over perfectly healthy communication.
Yeah, and choosing not to react to that false alarm. Over time, by consistently choosing the calm response instead of the chaotic one, you actually rewire those neural pathways.
You recalibrate the thermostat to a normal temperature, which means that what feels unnatural at first
Yeah.
eventually becomes your new baseline.
Exactly.
So what does this all mean for you listening right now? The core takeaway here is incredibly empowering. You do not have to be a victim of a repetitive, toxic script.
No, you don't. By doing the physiological work to reprogram your subconscious, you stop being a passive passenger.
You become the architect. You have the agency in your daily life to stop building on sand.
Because if that destructive code lives in your nervous system, it means you hold the ultimate power to rewrite it.
Absolutely. So we'll leave you with this to mull over today. If your own relationship history were an architectural blueprint, what structural flaws are you repeatedly ignoring, and what would it take for you to tear it down and pour a brand new foundation today?